Happy Halloween! In today's video, we've got some news about an Arcade1Up popular product going on clearance, the Infinity Game Board. For those of you who've been waiting to pick one up but have been waiting for a more favorable price, now is your time to strike. And also for NES collectors, you've probably all heard of the game Little Samson. It's probably the most desired NES card for all collectors. If you don't want to pay the insane prices that the card goes for, I've got some good news about the game returning to consoles in 2026. And then last but not least, Stern Pinball have surprised us last year with their Metallica Remastered Pinball. We've all been patiently waiting on what the next remaster is going to be. They officially announced it this morning, and I'm going to have all the details for you right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michael B. And in today's video, we're taking a look at the Arcade1Up Infinity Game Board, finally coming in at a price most of us can digest. Also taking a look at Little Samson coming back to modern consoles. You can finally get your hands on this game legally and enjoy it for a reasonable price. And then last but not least, Stern Pinball finally announced their next remaster, and it's a perfect fit for Halloween. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notification, all that YouTube jazz. So you guys may remember around the time of Pinball Expo last year, Stern Pinball announced their first remastered pinball machine, bringing one of the pinball machines they had with the classic DMD to the new, more modern Spike 2 and now Spike 3 systems with Metallica Remastered. After this release, we all wondered what the next game in the remastered series would be. Would it be Tron? Would it be Walking Dead? Would it be Ghostbusters? I think a lot of us were hoping for Ghostbusters, but the rumors were it was going to be Walking Dead. Pinball Expo came and went, and we did not get another remastered announcement. Flash forward to today, where Stern Pinball on Halloween announced this teaser for their next upcoming remastered game, which is in fact going to be The Walking Dead. Now, Stern have wasted absolutely no time putting a placeholder card up on their website with The Walking Dead Remastered, a silhouette of a pinball machine, and like in the teaser, announcing the full reveal is coming on November 4th, 2025. There isn't a lot more information than that, other than the fact we know we're getting The Walking Dead Remastered. Now, the original machine was made by John Borg. It's a big favorite of pinball enthusiasts all over, so we're expecting most people will also like the remastered. If it's anything like Metallica, it should be very similar to the original game with modern day quality of life improvements. That's pretty much what we're expecting from this pinball machine. Now, me personally, I haven't really put much time into The Walking Dead pinball. I know other people have, huge fans. Me personally, I thought it was going to be Tron, where the new Tron movie was coming out. To me, that just synced up, but again, you don't know what you don't know. Of course, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so more than anything else, I wanted to see Ghostbusters get a remaster, but for fans of The Walking Dead, I guess this is really good news for you. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, Walking Dead's a pretty perfect theme for Halloween. I'm just saying Ghostbusters would have been too, Stern Pinball. Moving on from there, I've got a quick update that brings me back to my old NES days, talking about one of the most desired NES titles of all time, Little Samson. Now, this is an absolutely fantastic game. It's a fun action platformer. It lets you change between several different characters with several different playstyles, but you play as the main antagonist, of course, Little Samson. The big thing about this game is, of course, that it goes for so much freaking money. In fact, this card can go for as much as $2,000 US. I remember when I bought it, about 13 years ago, I paid $500 Canadian for the cart and instruction manual, and I still feel like I paid too much for it then. This is a really good game, but definitely doesn't justify the physical collection price. Well, for people that have always dreamed about having a physical copy of Little Samson to play, not through emulation, for us naughty pirates, we're fine with emulation. Big news, Limited Run Games is going to be releasing a new version of Little Samson for modern consoles in 2026. It's going to be coming from Carbon Engine. Huge thank you to, Gimatsu for actually talking about this and doing this article. I'll leave a link in the description below. So, very popular Taito side scroller late in the production run of the NES. This came out when the Super Nintendo was already in place. A lot of people missed it. Why the cart is so freaking expensive. It's a really amazing game. I'm excited for people that don't emulate to finally get to check it out. And I'm excited that this is going to be available to people without having to pay the absolute insane price collectors are asking nowadays. Can you believe it's been almost 3 years already since the Infinity Game Board was announced at CES 2023? So the Infinity Game Board was the redesign of the Infinity Game Table, something I own myself, with a smaller form factor. Now, I personally didn't cover the Infinity Game Table or Infinity Game Board very much. Even though I picked one up, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I played a couple games with my family, played some chess with my father-in-law. My daughter used to play the matching game, but really it wasn't something I got into very heavily. But I do know another YouTuber by the name of Your Gaming Techie who was all in on the Infinity Game Table line. In fact, Arcade1Up sent him the original Infinity Game Table for review, and he actually did the Kickstarter and got the 32-inch as well. He's done a ton of coverage, including coverage on the Infinity Game Board. If you guys want more information, detailed reviews, go check out Your Gaming Techie. Now, when this device came out, a lot of people balked at it, especially for the price coming in at retail at $499 US. It wasn't something that people were willing to shell out, especially when you could play a lot of the games on the Infinity Game Board on an iPad. So it seemed like it was just kind of useless comparative to devices you may have already owned. But what if it didn't have that $499 price point? Maybe it would be more interesting. Well, I want to fast forward to today, and I want to give credit to Troy Aiden from the official Arcade1Up fan page. Eagle-eyed individual caught this ad at his local BJ's, which is a chain I'm not familiar with. We don't have here in Canada, but they are currently clearancing out the Infinity Game Board for the low, low price of $199, $300 off. So if you were ever interested in picking up an Infinity Game Board, now's your chance at $199. And like I said earlier, if you want more information on the game board, what it does, all the features, go check out Your Gaming Techie. It's also important to note, this isn't the first time it's been clearanced out, as it was also clearanced out at Target. I didn't really get a lot of news on that, but you won't be able to find these at Target anymore either, because they were also clearanced out with blowout prices. But if you're interested in the Infinity Game Board, get to your local BJ's now, $199, and this piece of tech can be yours. So guys, that's all the news for today. Look out November 4th for the official reveal of The Walking Dead Remastered from Stern Pinball. We're excited to see how much of the original game remains and what cool updates they did to the machine. I will always say, I think they should have done Ghostbusters first, but for Walking Dead fans, and I know people regale this as one of the best pinball games of all time, I'm happy you will have another crack at getting this with updated features. Also, really cool news coming out of Limited Run Games. Little Samson's going to be returning to modern consoles. The only downside of that, it's Limited Run Games, so how long is it going to take until the friggin' game gets to you? They say 2026, but does that actually mean 2027? And then last but not least, the Infinity Game Board, clearance out right now for $199. It looks like Arcade1Up have put a ton of stuff on this, like there's all kinds of board games, all kinds of tech. You can go pick one up for $199 now, but keep in mind, if they're being clearanced out, how much longer are Arcade1Up going to support it with new tech and new software? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Let me know what you think about all these issues down in all these items, news items, down in the comments below. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.